All right. You know what time it is, folks. It's 11:30 p.m. A little late. It's time for the better late show. Better than all them other comic book talking shows that are on early in the day or not as late at night. This one is the better one. With your good old friendly neighborhood Dr.Ben. Tonight we're gonna cover I was gonna cover these other Punisher issues. Right, I was on a Punisher kick the other day. I was gonna cover these ones, but as you can see, this is a jigsaw puzzle, part 2 of 6, part 3 of 6, part 4 of 6. I love this cover. Jigsaw. It's a jigsaw puzzle. But it goes from part 4, part 6. And as you saw, there was no part 1. So I still got to track them down. I got to track down issue 35 of the Punisher and issue 39. 40 minus 38, 39. Okay. So once I get those, I'm going to come back to this, because this is one of my favorite stories, despite not reading them other 2 issues of it, by Mike Baron and Bill Reinhold. And this one is got Mark Teixeira drawing, going back and forth with Bill Reinhold. Fantastic issues. But I want to give you all the complete picture for this one. And as I said, we don't have them 2 other issues. And I'm not going to sully my reputation by using the online pirate websites. We're not pirates here. No. We're going to look at... but I want to stick with the Punisher. I covered that Punisher issue yesterday. Issues yesterday, whatever. English. Who can speak it, you know? I'll tell you who can speak it is the fella writing this. Fella name. Well, I'll pull up the second one. This is a 4-issue storyline, Punisher Max series from back in 2009. And these are written by Victor. I don't know how you say his last name. Gischler. I'm not sure. Seems like a good fella. I've been following him on the Twitter for some time. He's always funny. Illustrated by Goran Parlov. Like I said, this is from 2009. The world was a different place back then. But Victor, he's always, I figured, give him a little kind of shout out, a little bit of shine, because apparently he's got a movie has just recently been made. Why does it get so loud all of a sudden? I'll have the volume all right on this, and then it'll pop up all loud. But yeah, this Victor fella, he's a writer. I guess you could kind of maybe say like a crime or horror. On his website, I'll put a link to his website down there. It says that he writes, what does it call this? A world of fantasy adventure. So apparently he also writes fantasy books as well. This Rage of Sabers. Do they have a list of what books he done? He done, I guess, a lot of books. Gun Monkeys, Pistol Poets, Suicide Squeeze, Shotgun Opera, Deputy Go-Go, Girls of the Apocalypse, Vampire A Go-Go, Ink Mage, Tattooed Duchess, Painted God. He got a lot of books. A lot of books that he done write. Creator-owned graphic novels, and comic books. He's written X-Men, he's written Deadpool, he's written The Punisher, obviously. Shadow, Red Sonja, and Conan. Bunch of stuff he's written. And as I said, one of his books, it says is being reissued, a book of his called Fast Charlie, because it has been turned into a film. with Pierce Brosnan and James Caan. So, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I assume it's probably pretty good because reading this story is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do like a super long discussion on this, but this one's called Welcome to the Bayou. It's Punisher, right? But it's the story. You know what I'm saying? It's not going over. It's not like breaking new ground. You know what I mean? Like, it's a Bayou story. Just one look at the cover. We got Dave Johnson sewing off the Confederate flag. I bet Dave Johnson's probably a Confederate. I bet that's what he is. Because there's nothing really in here with the Confederate flag, I don't believe. I just reread through it and I didn't even see it. I think that Dave Johnson is what do they call them? I don't know. Whatever they call them people that raise that Confederate flag. That's what I bet that David Johnson. I bet that's why he put that on here. The covers are all by Dave Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You look at the covers and you kind of get an idea what you're getting into, right? You got this guy with a scary mask and a big bloody knife. All of them are called Welcome to the Bayou. And if it's a Punisher story, it's not going to be like they're going down there to engage in saving the trees or whatever. It's going to be a backwater, mutant giants killing people and all that kind of stuff. And you wouldn't be wrong to kind of assume that kind of line of thinking for this. Like how I'm not a great reader, but you look through it and it immediately gives you feelings of, or gives me feelings of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like that gas station. That's where this really starts off, right? We got Punisher driving, says he's driving from Houston back to New Orleans. He's taking the back roads, and some kids go driving past him, ladies flashing the titties, drinking beer. And I can't even turn the pages. My hands is messing up. And they all end up at this Goutreau gas. I don't know how you say them French names so much down there, but Louisiana got a lot of French names. I'm not real fond of getting real correct with French pronunciation. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's my own racisms against the French. But it starts off. They're here, the kids are all nice. Hey, hope we didn't startle you back there. Just having some fun. No problem. That's cool, man. You want a brewski? I think I'll pass. They're in there getting snacks and more beers, and one look at the place, and that's what I'm saying, is like you already know from this picture of inside the gas station, like there's some nefarious stuff about to go down, like it's that's what I'm saying, is like this is the kind of thing. There's been like 1,000 movies like this, like backwoods killers and backwoods cannibals and this and that, and they're out in the swamps trapping people and everything. That you'd be right in assuming all that for this story, and that's what I'm saying, is like Victor here, he's not breaking new ground really, but he's adding in the Punisher, right? Add in the Punisher to a kind of well-worn story trope. I don't know if that's a trope or not. I don't like to get too caught up in these academic titles and academic jargon or whatever. He said, a place like this has a vibe, a taste to it. Like when you belch up something sour you don't remember eating. You know, like he's got a real good knack for like the language, especially Victor's from down in says he's down in Baton Rouge himself, down in Louisiana. So he's got, you know, this, he's just writing his kind of like about his neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like who better to write about the neighborhood than someone from the neighborhood? You know. Yes, you know, the co-eds are too giddy or drunk to notice they're being sized up. Nice looking girls, but this isn't normal healthy horniness. This guy's got squirrels in the attic. Just want to look at that guy's face. You know, that's what I'm saying. You already know something. Shit's about to pop off, you know. They're looking at the car. They're checking the air tire, the air tires, the air pressure of the tires, you know. Frank takes off. And he said at the beginning too that he's sticking to the speed limit, you know. Can't attract attention because he's got some cargo in the back. He's driving, he says, the way they were flying before, they should have passed me by now. Pulls off. I'm doing New Orleans. There's really no time for this, but I decided to give it 10 minutes. Then I give it 10 more minutes. Shit. I like how his eyes, I mean, you can't see his eyes because he's wearing shades, but they just go black. You know, you get that little reflection in there, and then they go black. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, it's time. Something's up. Call it paranoia if you want, but I've come to trust that nagging itch at the base of my skull. Maybe it's just because I'm curious, or maybe making this kind of shit my concern has just become a habit. So it kind of shows like a little bit of a different perspective or different angle of the Punisher too. You know what I'm saying? He's showing concern for just basic kids, not going after, you know, drug runners or killers or criminals or whatever. But well, I mean, people engaged in criminal stuff he's going after because he knows they're up to no good with them co-eds, as he calls them. Suddenly the place is a ghost town. Got so quiet so fast it's almost a confession. Not sure what to make of the junkyard. Can't be enough business out here in the boondocks for a body shop. Come this far, might as well see if anyone's home. A friendly face would be a nice surprise, but I don't get my hopes up. Hey, stranger. And this is where it starts. It reminds me too of like House of 1,000 Corpses or something. That's immediately like the vibe I get off of her, and that again is the correct vibe. Looks like I came in a bad time. Shop's closed. We're a little loose with schedules around here. We're loose with a lot of things. It's good to be flexible. They growing big where you come from. Hey, boss, I bet you work out. Maybe you pump iron. How about it, boss? You like to pump? I bought that Buns of Steel video off TV. Oh, you're pulling my leg. You big, funny man. You know what I'm saying? He's just like playing with all the same kind of stuff. Like this femme fatale or whatever you'd call it. This southern, she's using her trying to lure him into whatever she's trying to do, and manipulate him or whatever. It's just so damn slow around here that Daddy and Roy Jr. don't keep the store open regular. A girl like me can just go plain bored out of her mind waiting for something exciting to happen. Hey, you know what? They're building one of them multiplex theater things over to Lee Parish. It'd be nice to catch a picture show without driving all the way up to Lafayette. Picture show. That went too far. I'd almost fallen for her hayseed, stick her tits in my face act. Pretty good act until you see the person behind the curtains pulling the strings. Oh, I stepped on something. Hold me up, big man. Thanks. The other day I stepped on a tooth. A real human tooth. Can you imagine? Now that I can see I'm being handled, I have to admire how well she does it. Beautifully simple, really. I guess that would be kind of like, maybe she's telling him that she stepped on a tooth the other day to kind of, I don't know, put a little sense of fear, or not fear, but just uneasiness, and like, maybe I don't want to mess with this girl stepping on human teeth around here. No, I don't want to get mixed up with this. X-Men Origins, Wolverine. I think this is back from PlayStation 2, I think. Must be the Wii with Nintendo DS. That's a long time ago. Most guys probably wouldn't even notice they were being maneuvered, led away from the shack. Just like that, I'm back where I started. She's handing me my walking papers with a side order of tits and ass. She's done this before. I want one more minor detail. She's crazy as a shithouse rat. I've got a problem. The fact is, we are smack in the middle of buttfuck Egypt. These people could be up to anything and nobody would ever know it. Scream bloody murder, and who would hear? I guess that's a Confederate flag there. So there's one. And as we know, as you guessed, the kids from the car, two of them are in a cage, one of them's hanging above the swamp water. Oh God, Jesus, what's he doing now? Let's see, one of them's gotten their eye blackened, blood coming out the other one's mouth. That's what I'm saying. You already knew what's going on. You already knew what's going to happen here. There's going to be crazy people putting Iron Patriot Act, September 2009. Yeah, this is from like 100 years ago. Be friends with Fluffy. Oh God, please. Mister, for the love of God, why are you doing this? What you got there, Roy? Fresh catch? Hey, Big Daddy, I think Fluffy likes her. You spoil that critter, Roy. No, don't. Give Fluffy a kiss. Leave her alone, you freaks. Another party heard from. Well, you got my attention now, boy. Please, mister. I should have used a different light here, but oh man, it's all messing up now. There we go. Let us go. We won't tell anyone. Of course you won't. Why do you have him strung up like that? Show him, Roy. Sure thing. Got a pail full of catfish heads. Wake up now, General Lee. Come and get it. What are you doing? Stop that! And of course, there's a giant alligator, just bites him in half. Bites off his head and his arm. They're not, So that's what I'm saying. You know what we're in for. They're, got people, crazy backwoods folk, putting girls in the cages, feeding other ones to alligators. Where's the other guy? We don't even know. Pretty girl with a screw loose isn't a crime. Running late, Forget it. No time for this. Besides, my package is getting restless. 6 hours since the first shot. I'll need to hit him with the hypodermic again soon. Womp womp. If only that itch at the base of my skull would go away. To be continued. That's what I'm saying. This is one of the things I like that they used to do. Maybe they still do. I don't really keep up much with these modern Marvel comics since they don't seem to like me. They used to have a little recap at the beginning of each issue that would tell you what happened in the last one. And get you set for the issue. Like, this is the second part of the story. Okay, well, let's make sure you're coming in and you have an idea what's going on. I don't know if this was the writer doing this. This was Victor making the recaps for each issue, because each issue, adds a little bit more depending on what happens. I don't know if it was the editor or the assistant editor. Who knows? Doesn't really have a... I guess maybe I could ask him and find out, but I don't really care that much. Sorry, we're closed. Looks like y'all have to come around and visit us another time. I guess I'll have to get my pork rinds down the road. I love it when men talk about pork. Bye now. Freak show. I'm not driving far. Just want to get out of sight. I've got no time for this. I'm doing New Orleans. Better if I could do this at night, but there's no time to wait. I'm already behind schedule. I need to scratch an inch so I can move on. So where the hell is everyone? Heading deeper into the swamp strikes me as a lousy idea, which is how I know it's the right decision. That's what I'm saying. Like, this, it's like inner dialogue of Frank is like just perfect. You know what I mean? Like I said the last episode, we were talking about Frank being just a master strategist. Hold on, I can't. I gotta flip this thing over here. Okay. Master strategizer. I don't know what that word is. But that's what I'm saying. That's what you're getting when you're getting these Victor Gischler stories. Is like he's somebody, he really knows. Yeah, I guess they all got the Confederate flags all flying in here. Yeah. I wonder, I bet they wouldn't have these nowadays. I bet if they reprint this, they'd probably have to censor out that Confederate flag because of modern sensibilities or whatever. They're supposed to be bad people. They're gonna abusing this poor girl, the other girl too, He gets her. Look out! Hello, big man! Swings an axe at him. He's like, damn it. He smacks her. She goes, you didn't take that axe seriously, did you? That's just an attention getter. Man like you and a woman like me, we can think of better things to do than bloody each other up. Not even with a rented dick. Daddy! Shut up. Too late, dipshit. Hell. So much for sneaking in and sneaking out again. Got a whole crowd of them. That's what I'm saying. This is the perfect, like I said, we've seen this kind of story how many times before, like these backwater killers or what, I don't know what you really call them. Backwater criminals, psychos, but you add in, that's what I like about this, is because it's taking that and it's adding in the Punisher. Let's see what happens when we add in Frank Castle. Just let's see what happens. Let's throw him in the mix. Let him see what would happen with all of them. And of course, we get a bunch of what you'd expect. Him like shooting a bunch of them. And he says, gotta move quickly while the surprise lasts. The only problem is, I'm the one surprised. You can usually count on normal people to run from gunfire. These aren't normal people. Kill the son of a bitch. Beat his brains out. And he's just going to town, snapping necks, twisting arms. I think we're done here. You don't say when we're done, asshole. You and Goutreau Colony. And around here, Daddy calls the shots. Ain't that right, Earl? Just one look at Earl's fist there. You already, you know. He's a big old son of a bitch. Look at that. Yeah, you're right, Big Daddy. He looks like that guy they had playing Jack Reacher on Amazon is what he looks like. A big, huge son of a bitch. Look at that guy. Able to just pick up Frank, toss him around like a rag doll, punch him. Ain't nothing stopping this dude. Look at him. He's a huge guy. Anybody can give Frank Castle a black eye like that, kick him down, not a good sign. It's gonna be a tough fight. This is only the second issue. Uh-oh. What's going on? The trunk kicks open. Package in the back. Is this dude? What the fuck? Gets out, breaks the window, cuts himself loose. Finds himself a gun in the glove box. Okay, first, figure out where I am, then shoot that skull shirt wearing motherfucker. We got previews for the Marvels project from Brubaker, and I don't know, that didn't look interesting to me back then. Still doesn't look interesting. I don't know. Nah, we ain't looking at that. We ain't messing with all that nonsense. And this, like I said, you know what's happening in these issues. Got a pot with a hand sticking out of it. You already know they're cannibals. They're eating people. Look, Mark Millar, Carlos Pacheco. Rest in peace, Carlos. Ultimate Avengers. That's one of the things I think a lot of people overlook with Mark Millar, however you say his name. He wrote these Ultimate Avengers comics, the Ultimates and all that. I guess he wrote the Ultimates. Oh, jeez, I should have looked this up beforehand. Hold on. But no, we're not gonna get off track on Mark Millar. We're gonna stick with, we're putting the shine on Mr. Gischler here, on Victor. Normally, that's for you, Victor, since you're a good guy. I'm not getting off track onto my normal rant about bullshit about Mark Millar. I'm not going off on that because, you got a good story going here. That's what I mean. Like, we know what's going on. We know what's happening. They're going to be eating them, cooking them, throwing them in the pot. We already know Punisher's going to get out of it because it's not like this was the end of the Punisher. Like, they got the other dude on a spit. He is deceased, Those are some ugly ass hats. Sorry, they are. I like comic book hats, but those are ugly. I'm not even trying to like just mess with people. That's ugly looking hats. Who would wear that goofy looking thing? I wouldn't. I like hats. I wouldn't wear that no. Maybe if it was like those big wide looking ones. But no. Well, I don't see them around anymore anyway, so I suppose there ain't no real danger of me finding one and wearing it. So they're all, the whole family is here. Pretty soon the boys will be good and liquored. Good and liquored. I think he meant to say good and liquored up. The boys will be good and liquored and looking for fun. Maybe when that happens, I'll come back for you. Yeah, she looks exactly like what you imagine that baby from in House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects and all them. That's exactly what she reminds me of, just that crazy, psycho, southern, southern, what do you call that? Backwoods beauty or something or other, but she's just crazy as can be. And eating people. Yes, they're eating that other dude's foot. We got Frank strung up. This guy trying to figure out what he's even doing. He's saying how he's chilling on my sup in Houston, sucking back a cold 40, and this giant motherfucker sticks a gun in my face, tells me I'm coming with him, says he's taking me back to New Orleans because somebody back there wants to see me. Fuck New Orleans. I'll tell him I got my ass the hell out of there after Katrina. Next thing I know, he's sticking a needle in my ass, doping me up and jamming me in a damn car trunk. Next thing I know, I'm in the ass end of nowhere. Fuck with me, motherfucker. I'll put you in a goddamn gat up your ass. Okay, first things first. Gotta catch a ride away from this backwater swamp bullshit. Maybe jack a car, find some civilization. Closed? Fuck that. And isn't that the attitude of too many of our young men in America today? Fuck that. That's a bad attitude to have. He could have gotten away, been all right. Because once he starts messing around in their closed down gas station, taking a soda pop. Huh? This sure ain't the gas and go back in Houston. Whatever. Grab me a 6-pack and some Slim Jims. I'm gone from this shithole. Maybe find a car around back. I'm never hotwired nothing. But maybe I'll get lucky with a set of keys. Gotta round up my boys when I get back to Houston. Skull shirt comes sniffing around. We'll blast his ass back to... Uh-oh. Fuck. Just look how big that dude is compared to him, too. Trespassers will be violated. Holy shit. Look at this boy here. There goes the neighborhood. Like, man, this is all a big misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Misunderstanding my fat ass. Looks like we got us a big city stick-up artist. He puts him to sleep, as you can imagine. I don't understand. I think there could have been a little bit better of a, what do they call that? A parlay into, no, not a parlay, segue. A little bit of a better segue from, because then he wakes up and he's just tied up on the ground. And they just sort of leave him there. They're all partying and having the hoedown, drinking beer and whatnot. I don't know. He goes, the big fella there, he says, I feel restless. You leave my big man alone, Earl. He's mine. Yeah, I won't hurt your boyfriend yet, but I gotta work off some of this energy. Hey, everybody, Earl's wrestling a gator. Look, the 6-footers won't even go near him. They know better. He ain't gonna hurt General Lee, is he? Don't you fret, little dumpling. If Earl kills our big gator, Junior will go deep in the swamp and bring us a new one. Come on, General Lee. Tonight's the night. Let's give him a show. And he just pretty much immediately kills the big alligator, snapping its jaws in half. I don't know how you could even do that. That's seems like a hell of a thing to try and do. And especially, but I suppose if that's your huge mutant hillbilly cannibal, maybe that's just what you gotta, work off a little energy or whatever, I guess that's what you gotta do. I love the way it feels when I take the life out of something. We'll skin that son of a bitch in the morning and make you some boots. Yeah, let's get this damn party started. I've seen a lot of hard shit in my old neighborhood. Motherfuckers executed with a 22 at the base of the skull. Seen a boy bleed out from a switchblade across the throat, trying to talk and spitting blood and all. Seen a pimp trade a woman for a 72 Camaro. But nothing like this. A lot of city folk, they get into the country and they do get, I don't know, it just scares them. I'm not really quite sure why, but that's just something I've heard often. The screams that came out of that shack, I'll never get them out of my nightmares. Never. The crazy, fucked up party goes on for hours. They finally wind it down, falling asleep in piles like a pack of old flea-bitten hound dogs. So that's what I'm saying. This is the only part that did seem to kind of like take me out of it a little bit. That they didn't start fucking with this guy, just torturing him or something. They just leave him there. You'd think they'd start like fucking with him or something. Stabbing him or kicking him or, letting the gators bite him or something. That's the only part that kind of took me away from it. He gets loose and turns into the Hulk. No, he doesn't. Ariel Olivetti. He goes over there and I don't know if he's planning to go and like gut Frank or something. He's got that knife. He thinks Frank's asleep, and Frank, of course, is not. Grabs him with his feet. Move and I'll snap your neck. I'm gonna let you go in a second. Try to run or come at me with that knife, I'll yell my head off. Friends wake up and make you their plaything. Now take that knife and cut me loose. Good man. And of course, the big guy, he hears them. They're not getting away from him. But Frank's got a little bit better. I wouldn't know if I would say better, but he says the whole time I hung there, I only thought about two things: how to get down and what to do about this guy. Blind in one eye, keeps circling left, trying to move into his blind spot. Crack! Lucky punch, Pipsqueak, but one is all you... Oof! Got a little more to you than I thought, I'll admit it. But now you piss me off. One thing, you don't leap at the Punisher, you know what I'm saying? you killed me. I kind of would have liked to see him get... it goes through him, but you know what I'm saying? I would have liked to seen him like get back up with that spear sticking through him, rather than that was just that. But, we'll keep a little bit of spear through the heart, I guess probably does slow down most folks. Oh my God, Earl, he's killed him. My boy. Fetch my pistol, damn it. It's about to turn very bad. All escape routes are blocked. Except one. Get away from me, man. You're fucking jinxed. Shut up and keep moving. They're getting away, Daddy. Oh, they heading right for Junior. I almost feel sorry for them sons of bitches. They're coming your way, Junior. You hear me, boy? They're headed right for you. You give them hell for Big Daddy. That's Junior there, of course. Which is this guy. That's what I'm saying. This is the same, like I said, reminds me a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. With, you know, just this crazy cannibal family out in the swamps. I think in Texas Chainsaw they're just out in the Texas Badlands or whatever they'd call it. Wait, did I not? Maybe I didn't read all of this one. I just read those other three. I didn't read this one. What the heck was I thinking? Oh well. Well, anyways, like I said, they get, you know, I don't want to spoil the whole movie for y'all. Go check it out. You want to find out what happens with Junior here and Frank and the other little fellow there. Go track down these issues, or track down. There might be a collection, might not. I don't know. I'm not. You know, this isn't that kind of show. Or, you know, go track down this Victor Gischler. Go just check out some of his other comic books or his novels. Like I said, he's got a whole list of good sounding books here. Gun Monkeys, Pistol Poets, Suicide Squeeze, Shotgun Opera. Those are good names. And then Warrior Prime, A Rumor of Kings, Rage of Sabers. Those must be the fantasy books that he's got. So go check him out. You see this Victor Gischler name, or like I said, he's got a movie adaptation of Fast Charlie. Says that his Edgar-nominated novel Gun Monkeys. Oh, the novel is Gun Monkeys. It's being reissued as Fast Charlie to coincide with the film. Okay, so, well, maybe if you got the original novel called Gun Monkeys, maybe that's worth some money now. Who knows? Probably not. I don't think books get worth like money like that. You know, like I said, he's a good fella. I remember he felt a little concerned about him back beginning of this year, back in January. I saw him on Twitter. Raised my concerns because he was having discussions about Dutch ovens, not the farts under a sheet, but that's what you call a fancy crock pot, is a Dutch oven. A crock pot is a pot, a cooking pot. I didn't know they used all these fancy terms. I was like, oh, maybe this Victor Gischler is not the sort of person I was thinking, and he's actually some sort of fancy Gordon Ramsay kind of guy. But then one of his friends, fellow followers of Sean Doolittle, said, I learned recently if your Dutch oven has an enamel coating on the inside, you're using a French oven, pal. So I spent a lot of times cooking myself. I cooked down in New Orleans for a while. I went to culinary school, and I absolutely detest all the goofy ass fucking kitchen gadgets and bullshit, all the fancy names. I hate all of that shit. So I was worried, like maybe Victor here is a fancy kitchen gadget kind of person, but I don't think you know, rereading this and looking at the titles for his other books, I don't think he's a fancy kitchen gadget kind of person. I think he's just a good true crime writer. Likes to get a little bit of, might have been using this Dutch oven terms because he was trying to get some sort of material for a story he was working on. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He's a good fellow, though. Good fellow. Funny. Like I said, this one isn't really going over breaking fresh ground, but you know, like when you have a meal that you like that's really good, you know, like you can tell when you know you like lasagna, right? You like lasagna. If you cook it good, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be upset with it. Being able to do a good crime story, tell a good backwater hillbilly cannibal story. You can do it good or you can do it bad. This Victor fellow, this Gischler, you can trust him to do good with your lasagna. Whether your lasagna is taking whatever kind of meat you use in your lasagna, you know. And of course, you know, I don't want to bury the lead either. This Goran Parlov is always always just a fantastic artist. You know, like I love his just the way he uses inks, works with shadows so much. He's just got like these, you almost want to say like simplistic shapes, but it's not really simplistic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost kind of like Mike Magnolia in a way, but more urban or more modern or something. Not as angular, but at the same point, like you can see that influence on him, and he does it good. You know what I'm saying? You can always see this Parlov guy. You're always in for a treat with the artwork there. That, you know what I'm saying? And it's all, how much detail is in there. You can just smell this room. Just looking at that picture, it just, ugh. That guy's in there. He's got a sock by the chair. What's he doing with that sock? You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. What are those stains? What's in those jars? Oh, you can just feel the grease and dirt and just the stench. Ugh. Just, you can smell it coming off the page. Ugh. Just the disgust in that girl's face, the terror. You look soft. God. Creak. Hey now, somebody there? Frank's just comes through the window. Holy fucking shit. Just snaps his, I don't know if it's supposed to be that he snaps his neck. I think he does. I think that's supposed to be what it is. I believe so. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be he done. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be he snapped his neck. That takes a lot of hand power there. If you can snap somebody's, I hope that didn't fuck up things there. Oh, jeez. Well, anyways, like I said, Punisher, Victor Gischler, Goran Parlov. Good stuff. Good classic. You know, definitive kind of style, Punisher. Good stuff. Track it down. Get more stuff from this Victor fella. Check out, what do we call it? Charlie? What's it called? I can't remember I just said it 3 seconds ago. Fast Charlie. Fast Charlie is a movie just come out. And he says, if you like pulpy, gritty, hard-boiled whatnot, come get some. So, highly recommended. Good writer. Good ear for language. good ear for dialogue and, you know, slang. I would think it was maybe a word you could use to describe like how, you know, being able to get that authentic feel for words. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, that's it for tonight's episode. I'll do, tell you all, if you're still here, like I said, you know, first issue of Relaunch is, did a little tribute to Frankie Miller on the back. Fight censorship, Stanley. A little bit of my own killer clowns here. You fucked. Please just stop. Okay, we'll stop. But I'm gonna be putting all this stuff in here. That's part of the origin for the girl with the skull face. We having all this stuff with these knights, gigantic knights, dragons, insane asylums. Look, there's a tiny little cat nurse. There she is, running down the hall. Oh, look, see, I forgot her tail. I forgot to draw her tail. So I need to get an editor. But this here is just basically sort of like the first draft for a lot of Relaunch. I guess I will have to get an editor before we get it actually published, printed. So I have to figure out who I'm going to get for the editor. But fun stuff. The girl with the skull face kind of gives away that that's what's going on underneath all them bandages. But new year, we have in the crowd fund going up. We'll be printing this in that little fancy manga size. So this is kind of like like I said, like a first draft sort of version. Just click below to get the Webtoons. You can read it on there. Updating it on there and whatnot. And then I'll be talking about the crowd fund every day once I get that thing going. And that's it for now. You know, come back tomorrow. We'll have another episode, another review of a comic or a manga. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover tomorrow yet. I do these, like I said, I do these pretty much every day, every weekday. Seat of my pants, you know. So till then, you know, keep reading comics, keep making comics, keep buying comics. Go to your local comic shops, your local manga distributor, your manga seller. And, you know, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, kids.